Hello, everyone, and welcome to Season 1 of the Ottawa Senators franchise mode in NHL 21. So, we're jumping into a franchise mode with the Ottawa Senators, who's a very exciting young team with a lot of young talent, great prospects, and I think this is a team that can do very well in the future years to come. So, we'll see just how good it could be in franchise mode. This is going to be most likely a 10-year sim. We might push it 15 depending on success. But I want to do actually one season per episode. So I'm not going to do entirely a lot of talking during simulation. Mostly going to be focusing on building the team, simulating probably up to the deadline, do the moves you need to do, go into the playoffs, drafts and off season as well. So we're going to see the lines of the Ottawa Senators here. The key players of the team are the younger guys. So we got Brady Tkachuk on the first line with Alex Galchenyuk and Evgeny Danov. They actually have a +3, making Danov play like an 88, Galchenyuk like an 84, Tkachuk like an 87, which is very strong for a first line. Brady Tkachuk here, only 21 years old, already 84 overall, medium elite potential. And then we got, of course, Tim Stützle, 81 overall at only 18, medium elite potential. I do have him on the left wing to allow Colin White to take the second line center spot. So Stützle, again, only 18 years old, extremely good potential, medium elite. He's going to be great for us. Then we got Colin White. He's high top 6 potential at 23. So he's 81 overall, but he does have room to grow, potentially be like a mid-80s player, hopefully for him. Then we got Connor Brown on the right wing. Third line, got Josh Norris here. He's 21 years old, 79 overall, medium top 6. I do have Norris on the third line for now. He's listed as a fourth line forward, so I don't want to push him too much, but I want him to still have some good ice time. So putting him on a third line with Tierney and Batherson. Batterson here is 22 years old, medium top 6 is 79 overall. Then we got Austin Watson, Derek Stepan, and Nick Paul. So more of a grinder line, some bigger guys for sure. 6'4", 6 foot, and 6'3". So good veteran and toughness in that line. Then defense, we've got Thomas Chabot, our cornerstone for defense. 87 overall at 23 years old, medium elite. Then we got Artem Zub there. They have a +3, so Zub is playing like an 81 to Chabot like a 90. But after Chabot, you can see it goes down quite a bit. We got Braden Colburn with Nikita Zaitsev, Josh Brown with Mike Riley. And in terms of goaltending, we do have Matt Murray in the net. 83 overall at 26 years old. And Joey Dakar is backing him up, 77 overall at 24. Looking at special teams now, so in the power play, we got Galchenyuk, Stützle, Tkachuk, Chabot, Dadonov. They have a +3, so that first unit should be very good, as well as the second unit, Norris, Stepan, White, Brown, and Zaitsev. So I try to put the younger guys with good potential on the power play, give them some more ice time as well. And at the end of the day, gives them a +3 on both sides, so very happy for that. The four-man has a +1 in the first unit with Stützle there. So look at a penalty kill, which I actually have a +1 and a +3 on a penalty kill, which is like rarely you see that. And then the three-man penalty kill has a 0, so it's rare to see such a good penalty kill, obviously. Often you get the -1s. Looking at the AHL team here, so the Belleville Senators, they have some young talent as well. Got Alex Formenton there, 21 years old, 78 overall, medium top 6. Vitaly Abramov, 75 overall, medium top 6 at 22. Then Jack Kopaka, 73 overall, medium top 6 at 22. So young guys there. This episode is more going to be like an intro. I want to go over all the younger guys we have prospect-wise. Logan Brown there, medium top 6, 75 overall at 22. Philippe Chapique. Davidson, we got Jacques-Christophe Baudouin, and I'm very excited for this man right here, Eric Brandstrom, 78 overall at 21, medium elite, him and Chabot in the future. I'm so excited for that. And then in goal, we do have Philip Gustafson, 75 overall at 22, listed as a medium starter potential. And we got Matt Sogar at 19, 67 overall, medium starter. So I do have Dakar backing up Murray. I would like Gustafson to grow in the AHL maybe a year or two. Hopefully get him to around that 80 mark and bring him up in the NHL to back up Murray or even be our future number 1. So this is a look at the Ottawa Senators, guys. Very excited for this team. Again, very young team. We're not expected to win within the first couple of years, but after that, I expect all of the young guys to grow together. All the young guys are between 18, 21, 22 years old. Stützle, Tkachuk, Brandstrom, Chabot. This team should be coming very good. One question mark is goaltending. Is Gustafson going to be able to become a starter for us? Or are we going to have to look at getting a goaltender to replace Murray? We're definitely going to look into that later on. As for coaching, we have a 68% team fit with our coach Ty McKinley. I see his stats right there, and I like him a lot because he does have a 70% team fit. He likes Shabbat quite a bit. He loves the Chuck. He loves Tim Stützle almost all the way to the right. You see that bar. Loves White, Norris. He really likes the young guys, which is great. Artem Zub likes him a lot. So that's going to help out with the young guys for sure. So happy to have him. Hopefully he can stay be our coach. Now, in terms of the contracts and the trade block, you see here we do have a lot of potential with these four guys. Stützle, Tkachuk, Shabbat, Brandstrom, really the core of our team, and I'm expecting to keep them all the way to the end. Hopefully, I'm able to do so. As you guys can see, we actually have a lot of cap space. We have just under 20 million of cap space right now. These three guys here are still their entry level deals, of course. So a few contracts are gonna move. We have some bad contracts on the team, but the good thing is a lot of them are short term. Like we have Zaitsev 4.5 for 82 at 28. It's not ideal, but it's definitely not the worst. Tierney there making 3.5, 81. Only 2 years left on that deal. And then you got Derek Stepan making 6.5 million as an 82 overall. His contract ends after this year, so that's definitely good. Gonna clear up that cap space. Connor Brown. And then we got a pretty bad contract down the AHL here. So a few of them, we have Artem Anisimov there, 4.5 million and 4 million. So that's 8.5 million after this year is going to be cleared of two players playing in the AHL. So hopefully that's going to be good for us moving forward with the team to do the rebuild. As you guys can see, we got a lot of cap space we can clear, like Derek Stepan, Artem Anisimov, Eric Gunbranson. That's about 15 million of cap space that we can get rid of after year one. I don't see us keeping them, or the worst case, if we keep them, it's going to be on much shorter term and a lot less money for sure. Now, as for assistant captaincy, in real life, Shabbat, Gunbranson, and Tkachuk have the A's. Of course, I have Gunbranson in the AHL right now. So we have Shabbat and Tkachuk with the A's. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. I'm moving forward. I'm definitely wanting to give a letter to Stützle, but I think he's only 18. Maybe give him a bit of time, get accustomed to the team. Just want to make it a bit realistic. I don't want to give him captain right away, but I'm just going to go ahead and sim the preseason, just give a taste of how this team can be. We're not expecting to make the playoffs. Our team's definitely not competitive right now, but going into the future, they definitely have one of the best young cores right now in the NHL. And we've seen it in real life this year. They have not gone down without a fight. They have won some big games versus Montreal, versus Toronto. They've always been difficult to play against. You see that Tkachuk has 9 points in 7 games, which is great. So let's jump into the season. I'm going to simulate all the way to the trade deadline and give you guys stats of how the team is doing. So I'm trying to make a trade here with the New Jersey Devils. They're actually offering me Ty Smith. I'm going to edit the trade a bit because I want to try to get that young defenseman here. Chris Tierney here, 18 points in 52 games. So definitely not bad. He's currently playing actually third line left wing with Norris and Batterson. Then we have Lassie Thompson. I'm going to try to throw him in a trade just to put the value a bit even. He's 65 overall at 20 years old. He's actually not even playing for us right now. I'm going to try to get back Ty Smith. Now, Dmitry Kulikov is just there for the roster spot. So I'm going to just be calling up somebody from the AHL to replace Tierney on the team. Kulikov, again, is just there for the roster spot. And then Ty Smith here, 78 overall at 20 years old, medium top 4. And it looks like he's not even playing this year, so I'm really not sure why. Entry-level deal for 3 years, so he would be perfect for our team. Again, a young defenseman who actually fits in defensive pairing 1, so it could replace Artem Zub with him to play with Shabbat. So let's see if that trade's going to go through. We're right before the trade deadline. We're 24, 22, and 6. We're not doing great, which is good. Definitely want to build up some good draft picks to see if New Jersey's going to say yes. All right, so the trade actually worked out. So we're going to call up Artem Anisimov, Ty Smith. Welcome to Ottawa. So Anisimov is going to fit very well in the third line. We still had a +1, which is great for Norris and Batterson. So I think that trade works out just fine. As for defense, we're going to probably put Brown down in the minors, given he's our lowest rated defenseman. So we're going to move him up. Going to put in Ty Smith. He's actually a lefty defenseman. So left defense. I wonder if I put him maybe on the second pairing, if that will work. Because, yeah, I think that would be actually better because Zoom still gets a +3. Ty Smith is a left-handed defenseman, so he's playing on his strong side. Shabbat actually already went up to an 88, which is fantastic. Now we have Mike Riley. I could put Dmitry Kulikov there. Actually, gives a -1. So I think it's just safe to keep it that way. And I'm going to make sure we have Ty Smith in the power play as well. All right, so I'm going to put him in the first power play unit. It gives a +3 as well, and it just helps out with his ice time and growth. Again, he's only 20 years old. Putting Danov on a second unit for now. I'm pretty excited for the young defense core we have. I mean, Ty Smith, Thomas Chabot, Eric Brandstrom. I think that's a very, very solid trade for us. Now, this is an interesting trade, guys. I'm going to try to trade away Dmitry Kulikov here. So basically flip him with a trade we just made with the Devils. Hugo Alnefeld here. He's 19 years old, 68 overall, medium starter potential. He's 12-7-1 over in his league in Europe, 898 and a 287. But if we can get him for free, basically, with a 6 from the Lightning, we basically got Kulikov for the roster spot to make the trade finalized with Ty Smith. Flipping to Tampa, get Hugo Alnefeld, a young goaltending prospect. That is a fantastic trade. So I think those are two very, very important trades for us. We still have $14 million of cap space. Definitely going in the right directions for this rebuild for sure. Now, we're at the trade deadline here, guys. We're going to see what moves I can make. Looking at our draft picks, we have a first for this year. We have 2 seconds, a third, and 2 6 and a 7. I know Evgeny Danov, he's very important for our team, but he seems to be doing so well that it's making us win more games than not. And looking at his stats, he's doing very good. 18 goals, 39 points in 57 games. The only thing is he's 31 years old, 85 overall. At this point, he may be taking over the first line spot in the future years as well, because he's still on contract for 2 years after this one. And if I want Stutza or Brown or all of those guys to go up and get the ice time, he may be taking the ice time away from them. I really want to focus on the younger guys, and I could actually get a first round pick for him by the Winnipeg Jets, who are doing pretty good. But I mean, having 2 first-round picks would be pretty solid for this team for sure. So I'm going to see what I can do here. So I'm going to actually trade away Evgeny Danov. It's a big trade, and I know he's very good for us. He's 85 overall, but I really want the young guys to grow and take that top role. Getting a first-round pick is good as well. It's going to help our kind of tanking, I guess, this year. It's going to help us finish in the lower spot to get the better draft pick and build for the future. So thank you for your service, Evgeny Danov. We're going to get a first-round pick and a 7th-round pick. We're going to call up Cedric Paquette. There you go. So we got 2 first-round picks in this draft. I'm very looking forward to that. I think that's pretty much all we need to do for this trade deadline here. Going to take a look here at the computer trades to see who went where, if there's big blockbusters. So Brassard and Demers go to Vegas from the Coyotes. Matt Duchene goes to the Ducks for Ryan Getzlaf and 2 forwards. So it's a pretty big trade right there. Devin Dubnyk goes to the Stars. Josh Manson goes to Flyers. Shattenkirk goes to Montreal for Caden Gooley. Wow. Not sure if I like that trade as a Habs fan. I mean, they get Shattenkirk, but he's getting older, and Caden Gooley's very good defensive prospect. Plus a second. Don't know about that one. So Bufflin goes to Colorado. Tennessee gets traded to Colorado as well. Jamie Benn, Jason Robertson to the Stars for Spurgeon, a 3rd, and Hunt. That's a huge trade between the Wild and the Stars right there. Hamonic goes to the Flyers. Zucker to Nashville. There's our trade with the Winnipeg Jets. Trent Frederick leaves Boston. They get Jalmerson. Bobby Ryan to Vegas there to get Dylan Coughlin, okay? And then, wow, Kutcher leaves San Jose for Hudobin, Ty Delantria. Nieto and Sorensen go to Dallas as well. Those are trades as well. So we made 3 trades before and during the trade deadline. So pretty active for sure. Now here's an updated look at the lines. And I'm giving all the ice time to the young guys finish off the year. We have Josh Norris, #1 center right now, with Tim Stützle right behind him. Alex Galchenyuk on the left wing. Brady Tkachuk on the first line there. Colin White and then Drake Batherson. Connor Brown right behind him. The bottom 6 is basically the place for the veterans. Now, Brady Tkachuk started years in 84. He's already up 3 to an 87 overall at 21. Medium elite. That is fantastic to see. White went up to an 82. He went up by 1, so that's good to see. Norris went up to an 80. And then we got Defense Chabot up to an 88. Smith, 78 overall there in the second pairing. He has 4 points, +1 in 10 games, so definitely very strong there. Goaltending ratings didn't change. They got in the minors. I'm actually gonna put Sogard there, backing up Gustafson. There you go. All right, it's going to end off the year now. Got our new acquisition, Ty Smith at defense. Hopefully, we get a good pick this year. That would be very good to start off. The franchise mode can get maybe even a top 5 pick. You never know. So we're actually pretty good. 36, 29, 7. We're much better than I thought we were going to be, to be honest. Looks like young guys are playing well. We're losing a lot at the end of the year. And it looks like we're just one spot before last. We're 7th in the Atlantic Division there. Tkachuk, 27 goals, 73 points, which is fantastic. So looking at standings for the entire league, and it looks like we're actually 18th, so we're probably not going to get a lottery pick, but Dallas wins the President's Trophy with 51 wins, 109 points. Panthers behind them, Blackhawks, Toronto, Carolina. So Blackhawks, a bit surprising to be up there. Tkachuk finished with 27 goals, 73 points, which is awesome. Shabbat, 72 points, plus 24 as a D-man. That is exceptional. Galchenyuk, Stützle there, 55 points as a rookie. That is fantastic. Colin White, Connor Brown, Josh Norris. So the young guys did very well. Artem Zub even surprised me, which is great to see all those young guys produce. Ty Smith, since joining our team, 10 points and a -6. So 78 overall. Hopefully that he can grow for us as well. Now, taking a look at goaltending, Murray, those are numbers. Pretty good numbers overall. Pretty solid for Matt Murray for sure. And I'm going to take a look at the AHL team. Curious to see if they made the playoffs. No, they're actually pretty bad. But Eric Brandstrom, that's the big piece we want to grow. 50 points in 73 games as a defenseman. So hopefully he can grow in rating. That is fantastic to see. And I'm going to take a look quickly as well as the goaltending. So we got Gustafson and Sogard in net. Not too good win numbers, but save percentage of goals against is pretty solid for sure. All right, it's going to simulate up to the Stanley Cup playoffs just to see who won the Stanley Cup. Look at the awards and then go into the draft. So I'm going to simulate up to the draft right here. All right, so the Edmonton Oilers won the Stanley Cup. Ontario Reign win the Calder Cup. So Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, I'm very happy for them. Stanley Cup champions. I mean, in real life, they're absolutely dominating. And we get 2nd overall pick. That is amazing, guys. We go from 13 to 2. Wow, Colorado 9-1. So I guess trading Dadonov, making those moves that we made really paid off. Looking at retired players, you got the usual guys up top there. And goaltenders, Victor Foss. So 2nd overall pick in our first year of the franchise mode. I'm very happy for that. Tkachuk up to an 88 overall. So he went up by 4 in the first year. I'm going to take a look at the awards. So Connor McDavid with the Art Ross, Sagan with the Hart. Norris goes to Shabbat, Lady Bing to Sagan, Calder to Lafreniere, Conn Smythe to McDavid, and Bishop to Vezina, William M. Jennings to Bobrovsky, Bill Masterton to Fulborg, Jack Adams to the Kings coach, Sucky to O'Reilly, and Ken Lindsay to Sagan. I'm actually going to take a look at the whole points of the NHL because I forgot earlier, but I want to take a look at all the entire league scoring. So McDavid, 55 goals, 101 points, 96 overall. Take a look how he made in the playoffs. 27 points, 16 goals in 21 games. That is just absurd. That is unbelievable. He's the best player in the world. And real life, too. I mean, he's on pace for almost 100 points in 56 games, which does not make any sense. Patrick Kane there. Tyler Sagan, Malkin, Barkov, Stammer, Huberdeau, Austin Matthews, Draisaitl with 90. McDavid actually got 55 goals there. For goaltending, Anderson, Vasilevsky were phenomenal. 12 shutouts for Anderson. Wow, I mean, he definitely could have won the Vezina. Erik Karlsson, Drew Doughty, Shabbat there. So Shabbat was tied with Doughty for 2nd in the scoring for defensemen, which is awesome. In terms of rookie goaltending, in terms of rookie skaters, this is a weird glitch that I see that only shows a few rookies. I've seen it a few times, but anyway, we know Lafreniere won the Calder. Stützle was a very strong candidate as well. So we're going to go into the NHL entry draft here. We have 2nd overall pick. Let's see who we're going to get. So we got Aatu Räty, who's probably going to go first. Then we have a choice of Corey Grant, Richard Osala, Brian Flynn, Vitaly Chitsov, and Ryan Olivier are the top guys. We have a couple of guys here, 8 and 9. So One of these three guys we're going to take. So we got Corey Grant, Richard Sala, and Brian Flynn. So Grant here, 47 assists, 28 goals. A very good year for him. Goal scoring, magic hand skating. Similar to Bobby Hall in his NHL already. Well, guys, it looks like we might have a sniper on our hands, similar to Patrick Kane, Brian Flynn, similar to Owen Nolan. So I'm definitely going to take Corey Grant because I'm sure Aatu Ratu is going to go first overall to the Colorado Avalanche, which is just insane. I mean, you add Aatu Ratu to that lineup with McKinnon, Landeskog, Cale Makar, Rantanen, Bowen Byram. That is just crazy. Avalanche are going to be a powerhouse for sure. So as our first pick in the 2021 NHL entry draft, the Ottawa Senators are selecting out of USA Central, Corey Grant. So welcome to Ottawa, Corey Grant. He's an 81 overall medium elite left wing sniper. Let's go, guys. I mean, our lineup's going to be stacked with young talent. Yeah, that to Chuck, the Sutsla, Batterson, all those guys, Shabbat, Brandstrom. I'm really excited. Daniel Chaika there, 20th overall, 62 overall, medium top 4. I think that's a pretty high pick for him to go. That's a nice steal for them. Looking here at the rest of the guys that went at the top of the draft. So we got some pretty deep steals of medium elites outside of the top 5. So here is our second pick here. So of course we had our own pick. This would be the Winnipeg pick that we got with the trade. So see what we have here. Let's see if there's any gems maybe lurking around. So 113th overall. So you can take this guy later on in the draft. But Kirill Kunin. As for right now, I'm going to see what's the best available pick. So we have a guaranteed medium top 4 defenseman here. Jordan Brunette out of the Liga here. So it looks like he's 3 years away. But guaranteed medium top 4, you cannot go wrong with that. 65 overall. So that's as to our already pretty good defensive prospect list that we have. Let's see who we're going to take right here. So our scouts seem to like these two guys, Cole Huckins and Ryder Korzak. Now this guy here, I just noticed is listed as 2 years away instead of Hedin, who's 3 years. So it's only 18, guaranteed medium top 4. I mean, if we can stack up our defensive lineup once again, I mean, Swedish defenseman, you know there's some good Swedish defensemen in the NHL. Going to take him 65 medium top 4. That is fantastic. He's a defensive defenseman as well. So for our next pick, we're actually going to take a guaranteed medium top 6 winger. So we have a couple of options. We have Oscar Olofsson here. 3 years away, offensive instincts, foot speed, and agility. Looks like he would be a quick player. Offensive creativity, similar to Claude Giroux, going to take him here. So Oli Malmivara, 65 overall, medium top 6. So for our next pick, I'm actually going to take Kirill Nikulin before he gets picked. He's a defenseman out of Russia, 6'1", 187 at 18. So it's already quite big for his age. And he's a gem. Could be a low elite. Our scouts seem to recommend him. 64 low top 4. So definitely not bad at all. Now our next pick is all the way in the 6th round here. At this point, just going to kind of shoot for the stars. Hopefully get a good pick. We got some guys that could be elite here. I'm just going to take a shot with one of these. So take the center Justin Gill out of Charlottetown. He's 51 medium top 9. And then we have another pick in the 6th round, and I think one more in the 7th. So we're going to take all these guys that could be elite. You never know. This guy's got to go 192. Igor Zhikov, a winger out of Russia. 61 in low bottom 6. And then our final pick, I believe, we're in the 7th round here. Low top 6 defenseman. This guy could be a low elite. Isaac Beliveau out of the QMJHL, a defenseman. 57 low top 6. So overall, very, very happy with the draft. We got Grant 2nd overall, who's 81 overall sniper. We got some good picks after that as well. Some good defensive prospects. I think it's going to help out the team for sure. Alright guys, so we're entering the re-sign phase, and look at that. Thomas Chabot is up to a 90 overall. He went up by 3 overalls. Tkachuk is 88. Stützle 85 at 19 years old. Galchenyuk actually went up to an 84. Brown, Norris, and Stepan White, all 83. Zaitsev 82. Grant here, 81 overall. He's already ready for the NHL. I mean, he had 28 goals, 75 points in 67 games in the USA. Looking down the list, it looks like Zub went up to an 80, went up 2 overalls. So we got a lot of growth with our guys. Ty Smith still 78. Looking at goaltending here, our situation, Murray went up to an 84. That is positive signs for sure. The core, Gustafson, Hogberg, all 77. LNFL at 71. Sogar 70. So we're going to have to make some decisions for goaltending for sure. So starting off, we have 41 million of cap space. This could be a huge offseason for us. Stutzla, he's going to be first line center for sure. Josh Norris, he's probably going to be either second or third line center. And then we got Batherson. We're going to release Derek Stepan for sure because we have so much young talent. We really don't have a spot for him. Same as Artem Anisimov. I definitely want to keep Batherson, so I'm going to qualify him for now. So Alex Galchenyuk, I think we're going to keep him. He only wants 4.8 for 4 years. Maybe give him a 3-year term until he's 30. And I'm going to see if I can give him just 4.5. I think it's a reasonable deal for him. He definitely could be a pretty good player for us. He could be center or winger as well. As for left wing, Brady Tkachuk here, I'm going to qualify him right away. What does he want? 8.2 for 8 years. Honestly, that is not even too bad. I mean, he's a young power forward, 21 years old, 88 overall. You're not going to find these power forwards too often. So I think that's a very, very good deal for him. 8 years until he's 29 years old. Going to see if I can get him even a slightly cheaper, 7.750 for 8 years. I think that'd be a very good contract for him. Grant, we're going to give him his entry-level deal. Just going to go ahead and give him the max. 3 years, two-way. He's going to be on our wing as well. And right wing, we're pretty much set for NHL. I'm going to have to make a couple of moves in free agency for sure. Braden Colburn, I'm probably going to let him go. 2 million, 81 at 36. Yeah, we're going to be able to get in some younger talent for the same overall for sure. Artem Zub there, going to keep him. 80 overall, 25. And then our younger guys is for goaltending. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and give the AHL contracts, figure out our goaltending situation, and I'll be with you guys in a second. All right, so Brady Tkachuk accepts his deal. 8 years, 7.75 million. That is awesome to see. Now, Alex Galchenyuk actually did reject. So I'm probably going to try to get him again on his 4 years that he wants. 4 years. 4.5. I think that'd be good. If he doesn't take that, I'm just going to let him walk in free agency. Now, in terms of goaltending, we're going to have Murray start off the year as our starter once again. We're going to have either Decourt or Gustafson as our backup once again. All right, so Galchenyuk does reject once again. So, unfortunately, it looks like Galchenyuk is going to go into free agency. And then we're going to let Sogar. I'm just going to qualify him in case somebody wants to maybe trade for him. But we'll see what we can do for a center position. We have 32 million of cap space, so that's huge for free agency. All right, now looking at the team, I think what we really need is a first-line right-wing sniper, maybe some guys for the fourth line, and a couple of bottom pairing defensemen. As the first line, I'm going to have Tkachuk as a power forward, Sousa as a playmaker. Now, if we can get a sniper, hopefully that playmaker, power forward, sniper combo works well for us. So here is free agency. We don't have a lot of huge contracts. Like, we don't have any guys in the 90 overall range. So let's see what's available. We have Zach Hyman. Is he a sniper? He's a two-way forward. Get Tatar. No, he's a sniper. He could possibly work. Fist on top 6 forward lines. Last year he had only 19 goals, but 60 points there. He'd scored 20 to 30 goals for us. That'd be great. 85 overall at 30. Pretty good stats all around the board. So let's see what he wants. I'm curious to see. 7 for 5 years. That's a big contract for him. Are there any other options? Duclair, I think he's a sniper as well. Former Ottawa center, we could bring him back as well. 25 years old, 55 points last year. He's younger than Tatar. And does he fit on our first line? Forward line 2. See what he wants. So 5.5 for 5. So it's definitely a better deal for sure. So as for two-way guys, when I give contracts to these guys, 77, 76 overall. A couple of guys are only 23 and 26. I think that's going to be good for our AHL team. As well as defensemen. 23, 76 low top 6. And 22 years old, already 75 AHL medium top 2. So I'm going to get these guys in our AHL team, see how they develop. I'm going to try to get Duclair here, 5.5 for 5 years as a sniper. Hopefully it works out on our first line there. I think he would be pretty good for us. Now, as for a defenseman, I think we probably only need one guy or two at the most. We still have a ton of cap space. We have 30 million of cap space right now. We could go in and get a big name, but honestly, I mean, there's not really some big elite names out there. I mean, there's Dustin Byfuglien. He's 36 years old, 88 overall. I would really like to put my money into some young elite guys, but Buffalo, I mean, he's only wants 1 year. Fits in our top four pairings. I mean, at the worst, we don't re-sign him at the end of the year. We have the cap space to do it. Our team could probably make the playoffs, to be honest. We have Tuukka Rask here in free agency. We have Jordan Binnington as well. So if we want to move away from Matt Murray, I would really like to get a young elite goaltender. I mean, it'd be nice to get one of these guys, but at the end of the day, overalls don't always matter too much with goaltending. If we get some of these only a couple overalls higher, for roughly the same age, I don't think it's too much of a difference. So I'm actually going to see if I can get Dustin Byfuglien here. Just give him $9 million for one. Again, we have the cap space. We have $32 million. It's only 1 year. We do not have to worry about re-signing him if needed after that year. All right, so unfortunately, Duclair goes to Arizona. Byfuglien actually goes to Winnipeg, so we don't get any of those guys. So that is rough. Now, Connor Garland, he is a sniper. I know that. He could potentially fit on our first line. He's listed as forward line 2, but if I rearrange the lines, it would probably help him get on that first line and match up. I'm going to see if there's any other options here. I'm actually going to give a contract to Connor Garland. I mean, he's pretty young. He's only 25 years old, wants 5.7 for a 3. So he's actually a UFA. I did not realize that, so that sucks. All right, so we actually got Adam Larson to help out our defense since we couldn't get Byfuglien. I sent an offer to Jaden Schwartz, and he does accept. So he got a sniper for our team. That is what we needed. I think we're pretty much set to go into next season and look at our lines. Hopefully they work out with the chemistry. Now, I actually got Tanner Pearson as well. Kind of a depth piece, can work on penalty kill. Looks like he would fit pretty good in our team as well. So that's a good depth piece to have. And, I mean, we have a lot of cap space left, but we're not going to spend it just to spend it. See, we have $23 million. Part of that's going to go on the young guys' contract once their entry-level contracts are up. And also go into free agency once we have some bigger free agency classes with elite guys. Hopefully we can work around with that. All right, so here's a quick look at the team, and it's actually very good. So we have Tim Stützle, Brady Tkachuk, and Connor Brown in the first line, getting a +3. So Brown playing like an 86, Stützle like an 88, and Tkachuk like a 91 overall. Second line, Jaden Schwartz here, 84, Norris 83, White 85, playing like 86, 84, and 85. As for the third line, we have +1, Logan Brown, Drake Bratterson, and Corey Grant. 81 overall, second overall pick. Here's a look at his stats. 91 shooting, 89 speed, mid-80s hands. Very, very good. Excited for him. They have Formenton, Shapik, and Pearson on the forward line. A very, very solid forward line. And defense is actually nuts. So we have Thomas Chabot, 92 overall. He went up 5 overall since last year. 24 years old, high elite. Eric Brandstrom, already 83 overall. Didn't even play a game in the NHL yet. Medium elite at 22. Ty Smith, 21 overall, 81 overall, medium top 6. We have Larson, Zaitsev, and Artem Zub. And in goal, Murray, 84 overall, so he went up in overall. And Philip Gustafson, 80 overall. He actually went up, I think, by 3. I think he was 77. So 80 overall backup. That is awesome. In the next episode, we're going to work on... I'm going to make sure to get the power play lines all set for next episode in the AHL team as well. But looking forward to that. The Ottawa Senators have a bright future. If you guys did enjoy, do leave a like. We really appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new as well. Hit the notification bell. Don't miss out any of the content. I'm going to try to make this a weekly series just because it is a full season in one episode. It's a longer episode. Probably going to have one episode per week, but I'd have that content a bit better. Getting the whole season in one episode, I think it's better for the flow of the series. So thank you guys for watching. As always, have a great day.